Am I actually streaming? Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Am I actually streaming? Oh my god. Yes, okay, so. Okay, we're back to the fan apparently. All right, let me check my sound. We're good for sound, yes. I'll just put myself here over the fan until something happens. I should be able to see the chat, so let's do that. There we go, my chat doc is right here. I think something's happening. They stopped the music. I just got coffee all over myself. There, you can watch my fan and that fan. Wait. There we go. Let's do it like this. There we go. Okay, so they just stopped the music. Oh, there's a jury question? The lawn crew is here, of course. Of course they're here. All right, let's see what the other... I'm going to take a look and see if any of the other live streamers about this, what they're saying is happening right now. Let's look at Brandy Churchwell real quick and see. Oh, we're watching her dog, so can we leave early? They better not leave early again today. Let's see what Melanie has to say about it.
They got me started on YouTube when Ron was on. Ed was on assignment for a long time. He wasn't around.
Let's see.
Duty Ron said, "Would you like to come on and be a co-host with me?" And so I did many, many, many shows with Duty Ron, and he is my YouTube mentor, one of the greatest human beings I have ever known, both of them. Let's take a look at some of these questions while we're waiting.
No, that doesn't look like it.
Dreamer Thinker, thank you. Has any of you been involved in a case where a juror was improperly influenced? I have not. My team is that those who frame others will try many things. No, it has happened before, Dreamer Thinker. Nothing is outside the realm of possibility, especially here. Janice, what about the McAlberts celebrating on a bar with a police escort? There's not even the desire to hide their behavior. Somebody pointed out yesterday, and we talked about it, that they may have been at the VFW hall drinking and that Paul O'Keefe was there with them. Cannot confirm or deny, but that is what some people have pointed out. Lena says, thank you, Melanie. Can the jury be scared? Absolutely, the jury can be scared. They pull up to court every day, I think, in a bus, and they are seeing what's going on outside. And not only that, but they had Brian Albert, Colin Albert, Jenna-veev, and Kerry Roberts staring at them during closing arguments. And we saw that Brian Albert was in frame during Alan Jackson's closing, during which he talked about Brian Albert potentially being a third-party culprit, and Colin Albert, and they were both sitting right there. So, what kind of message did that send to the jury? That the family doesn't believe that they did it, and therefore they're going to invite them into court with them? Did they take it as being, oh, Brian Albert sees us, he's here, people are afraid of him, therefore we should be afraid of him too? I don't know, it's hard to say what they're thinking, but hopefully when they come in with this jury question, we're going to get a little insight into what they're thinking. Kyle, thanks for the super chat, says you're surrounded by Yankees. Love these guys, though. Hey, I'm a Yankee, too. We are all here from the New York area. Katie, thanks for the 10. Good morning, beautiful people.
I was just going on Melanie's page to see what she was talking about. Do you know there's another Melanie lawyer, the really pretty black lady? It's interesting. Hold on, I need to just plug my... I guess I could grab my chair and sit here since nobody's on. I'll be right back. Yes, yes, yes. Natalie. No, it's Melanie. I'll show you. I will show you. Oops, hold on. Let me shut that out. Does this look okay? I thought it was funny that my fan was showing in the ceiling. I thought I had this all worked out. There we go. That's better. I'm putting myself in the middle because a lot of the people who stream, they have their phones going up and down and they won't see anything outside. So I put myself in here. And there's my fan. Okay. Yes, the pretty black girl. Oh, I thought it was Melanie. Are you sure? I don't know. Maybe. I don't see her, but this is another one I'm looking at. Hold on while I show you the other trial. This one.
So I'll ask you to pretend you're communicating with the folks in the far corner over here and our last juror over there next to the clock on the back row.
This is from yesterday.
We need to make sure everyone can.
And this is the sister of the two adult children of the lady who they're accused of neglect, which is very unfortunate because you can't just say, oh, well, now you're legally responsible for the care of your mother. If you're not capable, you're not capable. And they can say, oh, they weren't capable. Well, obviously they weren't capable. Clearly, they were not capable. So yeah, this was from yesterday. Now this is the middle sister. She grew up and moved out of town, and um, no one's expecting her to be responsible and take care of her mom. Why was it left on the two other children? Just because, as she said in her own words, they're very immature. I mean, it looks to me like they both are, and she said, they've got mental diagnoses, I believe. So, sorry for sniffling so much. Oops. Um, yeah, no doubt. I mean, they're probably both on the spectrum of something. Correct. But they also had a 71-year-old father in the house who was a retired police officer, but he was still working security, which means, they didn't have enough money to get by. They had taken her to the hospitals. They wanted to put her in a nursing home, but it was out of their budget. And so he's like, we'll just do our best and take care of her at home. So they eventually had to call paramedics. The paramedics went in. They were appalled at the conditions she was in. And I think the father died like 2 weeks or 2 months after they found her. Now, when found her, I mean, the family knew where she was. But when the paramedics got there, she was just in a horrible state of a variety of horrible different things. She had one boob over here under her arm that had gone necrotic. She had a yeast infection around her neck, the rolls in her neck. She had a compound fracture in her ankle. She was a mess, and she wasn't even dead yet. I mean, exactly. And they're in their 40s. They're not, I thought, maybe 20s or something like that. They're in their 40s. And they were still living at home. The father, as the daughter, the middle daughter here that you see on the screen, she testified that it was whatever he said goes. There was no challenging his authority at all. So when he says we'll do our best to take care of her, he's taking legal responsibility. But saying that translates onto his adult children is not legal. He can't just legally do that. The state can't just legally say, well, you are her legal caretakers now. They have no experience caretaking. They're not professionally trained. They can't hold them to the same standards. I'm sure there are how many families struggling and dealing with this right now where they just can't keep up. So they found her in a white t-shirt in dirty diapers. It's just a really sad case of how our healthcare system allows people just to go home and die. And you can't assume that their families are keeping them clean. People, when they get sick, they don't want to eat and drink, and you've got to work on that whole aspect, but then keeping them clean. That's an adult. When you're an adult who's incapable of even living on your own, getting out of the house, having your own life like this sibling has done, and then you, all of a sudden, now you've got to take care of an adult baby, essentially. So, I think what the defense is trying to do is pin it on the father, and he's dead now. But it's going to come out. I think this will be a really important case when it comes to looking at our medical in our healthcare system for people who are struggling. He's a retired police officer. His pension should be enough to get her into a good nursing facility, but it's just so incredibly expensive. There's just no way, and I get it. When you're taking care of two adults, I get it. The two of the kids, look at them. Do they look like they can hold jobs? Oh, exactly. They should just say they are illegal immigrants. We could all just pretend that we don't speak English and we don't have any ID and we're not from here. I've thought of it. Let me go down to Arizona and be like, no spreche English. Give me some dineros. They can't prove that I'm from here. So yeah, this is a case that excuse me. I think the jury, look at her. I mean, she's in tears the whole time. Especially when they talk about dad. She clearly loved her dad. I don't know how she felt about her mom, but she clearly loved her dad because she breaks down. The middle daughter said their mom was a very amazing, lovely woman. So I think that's a very interesting case, and I just started in the other day when it started, so that's something I'm following. Now I'm sure it's happening probably right now. I can try to find the actual live coverage of that. Uh-oh, what's happening here? Don't know why this is there. Where did I go? There I am. Oh, I thought you were like saying bless me, like bless you, child. I forgot I sneezed. I like it when my fan is in the picture too. What's happening? Okay, let's see what's happening. What did you think about the debates? It was pretty silly. I'm glad that Trump kept saying, like, this shouldn't even be a debate. This is so ridiculous. He doesn't even know where he is. What was I looking for? This thing, look at this. It says, Democrats. This is so probably ridiculous. Where is it? Look at this. Democrats in full meltdown over Biden's debate disaster. I doubt it. They're in so much denial that I really highly doubt that they're in any kind of meltdown. What's this lady talking about?
And does this make any sense to you?
That's a lie. I never heard Director Zhang referenced as chairman, and I had direct communications with Director Zhang over WeChat. Met him in Romania, met him in Moscow, met him around the world in New York, trying to develop this business, and he was never referred to as the chairman, first of all. Second of all, that makes absolutely no sense in the context of this message because we are discussing Oneida Holdings LLC.
Thank you. So he was not the chairman, just to clarify. Yes.
Correct.
Okay. So I want to show you another text. When he said his chairman, he was talking about his dad. This is from Rob Walker. it didn't seem to make much sense to Rob Walker either. So he said that when Hunter, he said this to you, when Hunter was talking about his chairman, he was talking about his dad. When Rob Walker came in to give his transcribed interview to the committee, he basically said, well, Hunter was high or confused or mad. And Rob Walker said that he was just trying to calm things down between you and Hunter. But that doesn't really answer the question about who Hunter Biden is talking about. Hunter Biden lied to this committee. So here, clearly, he says,
Okay,
Rob
we
Walker-
know, we know, we know, we know. So really, CNN's melting down? What did they expect? Okay, but here's my prediction. Okay, I've got a lot of predictions. I have a prediction about what actually happened in the Karen Reed trial. And now, because I came in late, I don't have all the evidence that everybody else has. So I could be very, very off. But here's my prediction about what's going to happen in the 2024 election cycle and the election itself. And this comes from over a year of data collection. I really thought Biden was going to keel over dead last night. I thought that was part of the plan. Do you know Gavin Newsom was there? Why was Gavin Newsom there? Why was Gavin Newsom at the White House when the president wasn't there last year? Okay, so Gavin Newsom is heavily involved right now, all right? What's going to happen is something's going to happen to Joe. They're going to take him out. The reason why they wouldn't allow there to be primary elections is because it would foil their plan. Biden has to keel over dead. Kamala will become president for a short period of time. The new presidential nominees for the Democratic Party will be Michelle Obama with Gavin Newsom, VP. VP. And that's it. They will either steal the election. I mean, that's the only thing that I really do not see. I'm freezing up. Hold on. The Wi-Fi looks fine. Maybe I've got too many windows open. Let me try closing some windows. I need that one. Get rid of that one. Get rid of that one. I hope that's better. Okay. So something's going to happen to Joe Biden. I thought he was going to keel over last night. I really thought they had a production planned because it's like, we have to do it at this place at this time with these stipulations. And I really thought either Trump was going to keel over and die for some reason or Biden. Once I saw him on stage, I'm like, oh, he's going to keel over and die right here and now. Okay, so he didn't. My other theory is he's an AI robot. That doesn't look good. That looks like it's having trouble. Hold on. Am I still glitching out? So it's going to be Michelle Obama and Gavin Newsom. And they've been planning this for a long time, and that's why Michelle Obama has been doing a lot of little speeches here and there just to kind of get her prepared and ready. And so I think that will be another stolen election. And it's all either all of us are being played, which I think is probably what it is. All of us are probably being played. And they've got a production going on where, like, with the next election being stolen, there will be uprisings that will then justify martial law. Okay? Whether the uprisings are real or produced, they've got plenty of illegals and other people they can pay to act out a part. So I'm still glitchy. Well, that's BS because let's see what my internet looks like. Spectrum? What's wrong with you, Spectrum? Until you pay your bill, we're gonna slow you down, and you won't be able to do internet stuff.
You are unmuted.
Thank you. Be seated, closed session.
We're back on the record on 22-117, the Commonwealth versus Karen Reed.
Okay. All right, so counsel, you're aware of our note from the jury. Dear Judge Cannoni, I am writing to inform you on behalf of the jury that despite our exhaustive review of the evidence and our diligence of all disputed evidence, we have been unable to reach a unanimous verdict, signed by the foreperson. So I want to hear from counsel, your view on whether there has been due and thorough deliberation.
Oh, I think
Let's start
so.
with the Commonwealth.
My answer would be no, Your Honor. This simply hasn't been sufficient time yet.
And what does the defense say?
We believe that there has been sufficient.
All right, so I'll hear from both of you in more detail. Mr.
Obviously.
Lally, I will hear you.
Your Honor, the jury received this case earlier
why
this
it's
week.
glitchy.
They've had slightly shortened days, and I'm not in any way, shape, or form suggesting that they haven't conducted their due diligence in regard to their deliberative process, but I would submit that it is far, far, far too early in their deliberative process to even consider giving them any kind of Tui Rodriguez instruction or anything